this wasn't a planned video. This is one of the spur of the moment things from my midday ritual that I should do. So here we have the old names of the angels of the, like Saturn, Cassiel, Capriol, Orifor, Raziel and Safkiel and so on. And names of the angels presidents set over the planet of Jupiter: Sakiel, Sadkiel, Sabkiel, Sabdiel and Zachariel. Names of the angels presidents set over the planet Mars: Samael, Zamael and Kamael. Names of the angels presidents set over the planet Sol: Michael. Names of the angels presidents set over the planet Venus: Anael and Haniel. Names of the angels presidents set over the planet of Mercury: Raphael. And names of the angels presidents set over the planet Luna: Gabriel. And I have received questions about this. And these are the names: to Saturn, Sabbathiel; to Jupiter, Sedekiel; to Mars, Madimiel; to Sol, Shmeliel or Shmeshiel; to Venus, Nogahiel; to Mercury, Kohabiel or Kohabia; and to Luna, Jerahiel or Levaniel. And these are the Enochian from John Dees. But then they have the Latin names. And it is the same names but in Latin: Saturniel, Joviel, Martiel, Solia, Veneriel, Mercuriel, and Lunael, Lunaya. And I use these since I'm an Enochian, but I sometimes switch the angel names without thinking of that I do it, and I'm sorry about that. But then I also included Arathron, to Saturn, Jupiter, Bethor; to Mars, Phaleg; to Sol, Ok; to Venus, Hagit; to Mercury, Ophiel; and to Luna, Fool. And I'm showing the pages as well. I'm posting them, so you have them. But what I was going to talk about that I haven't done in a while, and something I did for 3 or 4 decades ago, and it was to learn from each of the zodiacal angels, and then I called on also all the 6 angels of that zodiacal sign. So there we have also different names. But let's go with the first ones. The 12 president celestial angels or intelligence set over and governing the 12 signs of the zodiac, this called by name: Maledichael, Asmodel, Ambriel, Muriel, Verochiel, Hamaliel, Suriel, Bachiel, Aurashiel, Hanael, Cambiel and Barshiel. Then we also have Teletiel, Suriel, Tomimiel, Sataniel, Ariel, Botuliel, Masmiel, Akrabiel, Chosetiel, Godiel, Deliel and Dagumiel. And here we have the Latin names that I was taught to do. It's always like that when you have old grimoires and they are not complete, and you learn from different sources that you have a mix of Latin and Hebrew names. So these are the names I used to call: Ariel, Toriel, Geminiel, Cancriel, Leoniel, Virginiel, Libriel, Scorpiel, Sagittariel, Capriel, Aquariel and Pisciel. And I simply used the signs like Taurus and Tomiel, and just called my usual in the names of El, Elohim, Adonai, Dirion, Nehye, Asher, Ehye, El Shaddai. By the power of Yokatriel, Yodheva, Hey, Sevaot, hear my call, and then I called. And that is my standard go-to. And you can work it hard, and you can do it slow, and you can meditate upon it, and there are so many different ways. But today I felt the call to talk about this, especially when we are living in times like this. I used these angels since I used the Latin names here. I didn't know those names back in those days. So it is like for Aries, you work with Ariel. to really know what Aries means, what the season of Aries is. Same with Taurus, Tauriel, and Gemini, and so on. And it can bring you deep insights. I work with the Shem angels all the time, since every 5 days I switch the Shem angels, since I work the degrees from the 1st degree to the 360th degree. But I often include these at least once a month in my ritual, and that is of the ruling of the sign. And you can do it in so many ways, but I just wanted to talk about it. And here we also have, since they are in the photos I'm going to post, you have dimensions of the moon. That I did once, and it never called to me. I'm a dark moon person, and I'm not really fascinated by the moon, let's put it that way. And that might be my calling. I was born on the daytime, so the sun was the first planet I saw. And there seems to be a difference there, that people who are born during nighttime might be more inclined to the moon, and I was born into the sun. So you do as you wish there. And there are the great, you have the Picatrix and those things to read that I don't have a physical copy of, that I would need in case of that. But we have also, here there is a change here. You have in the east, you have Michael, and you have Uriel or Nariel in the south, and you have Raphael in the west and North Gabriel. And this goes all over the place if you look at modern grimoires or modern magic, and you do what you wish, but I've always used the old ones, Uriel in the north and Raphael in the south, Michael in the east and Gabriel in the west. And that was the way, since Greek Orthodoxy had a lot of the Jewish lore and the teachings of that. So that is what I said when I was 3 years old in protection. You have Uriel before me, Raphael behind me, Michael at my right, Gabriel at my left, and God above me. And that was it. That was the whole prayer I said as 3 years old. So this was just something. And I'm curious if you want me to do a ritual with these. But I really keep it simple in my daily ritual, since I've done the work. And once you've done the grimoires, let's say all the planets in the Nokian that we've gone through a couple of times, and you connect it to the angels, then it becomes easier as you go by. So, I love you all, and have a magical, magical day. And I will be posting these on Instagram and on the community tab. Bye for now.